The vast, empty sands call your name. The place where even the harsh sandstorms have left. Where there, in the center of a gleam of light, lies a box with your name on it. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Skyward Sword. Today, it's something that's happened before, I think just once, where I don't have anything to look at except for the waveforms of the words I'm saying, because I got an opportunity to record, but I do not have a video to record over at the moment, because I just spent most of my other time working on the animation that came out last week from when this video is uploaded, or today when it's being recorded. But I didn't have any time to work on a video, or I did, but I think I picked sleeping over working on a new video. Because these videos do take some time. I think I've talked about it a lot. Because what else do you have to talk about, really? Yeah, these videos take like an hour to do. Not an hour, what am I saying? They used to take an hour to do, back in Banjo-Kazooie, the series that I did. But with these videos, and with the later sections of Banjo-Kazooie, they take like a day, pretty much. And I wonder if it's a day because I don't know, don't have that vigor of youth that I might have used to have. Is that a sentence? I don't know. But today, I don't know. Yet again, I don't have video, I guess, to fall back on. So I can't commentate on what's happening. I can't say, look at that, because, I mean, the only thing I would be pointing out is the waveforms of what I'm saying. And I don't think that's particularly interesting to anybody, including me. I'll admit, I'm not particularly invested in the tail of these lines moving at various heights. But yeah, I don't know if there's a timer anywhere to say how long I've been recording for, so this episode could either be like 7 minutes or half an hour. I can't say, but you people watching at home can, because if you like wiggle your mouse on the video, near the bottom left there will actually be a timer. Now don't look at the one that's increasing every second, but look slightly to the right of that to see the length, the entire length of the video. And then post in the comments what that number is. I'm sure that by the time that people find this channel and see that, I'll be very confused as to why there are numbers being posted in the comments. But I don't know, every now and then I get a bunch of comments over the span of a week or so, and then don't get comments for the rest of the year. I got 3 comments over the span of like last week, and that was weird because they're on like videos that I normally don't get watched, I'd say. One of them was on the Skyward Sword episode that came before this one. Shout out to that guy, if you're watching this one too. And then the other one was on a really old video that was kind of bad, and they said bruh. I don't think they'd be watching this video. And then another one was on a animation, which it makes sense that it would be there because it was the super mega animated I did. So that was pretty cool, at least. What am I saying at least? That was pretty cool, full stop. A lot of positivity as well. I appreciate the positivity. It definitely contrasts with the way that I perceive my channel. Sometimes, you know, I get really into it. I don't know if really into it is the word, but occasionally I just rewatch a bunch of my videos and like pat myself on the back or whatever. But most of the time, it's usually after I make a video and I like upload it and watch it back. I'm like, I'm really not as good as I want to be. But I suppose that's the age-old saying that you have to remove a few ribs to be able to suck your own dick. And well, by now I'm surprised I still have ribs, needless to say. But yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. I'm not gonna end the video yet, because I don't think we've hit the 10-minute mark. I can't say for sure. But I can probably talk about the animation that came out last week. It was the Halloween animation, quote-unquote Halloween animation, because it featured a sort of a premise that people would feel in like nightmare scenarios. Falling off of a cruise ship and being left behind with nobody noticing, and then also being in a huge body of water with a big fish and it'll nibble you up. And I didn't really convey that nobody noticed too well, because somebody does like come up shortly after the protagonist falls, but the intention was that they were going to meet that person after they had to leave, and then they just thought that the person didn't show up. And that was a lot more clearly conveyed in the storyboard, but when it came to actually making it, I didn't record any audio because I didn't have an opportunity at the time. If I had the opportunity that I did now, I would be recording the audio for it, but it came out like 7 hours ago. But yeah, I just did a music track for it like I did for the soyboarding video, the February animation. No, that wasn't February animation. Why am I saying it's February? I think it was March. February was a Valentine's thing. Except it wasn't really a Valentine's thing. It's for like single people. Yeah. Well, now that my main topic of monologue has been used up, I'll now spend the next X amount of time just stuttering and mumbling until we finally reach the point that I assume is the 20-minute mark or so. I'm still iffy on how long I want to make these episodes, because the plus side is that there's more footage being put out, and people who like people often like seeing more of said people. But the downside is that I have to do more work. So it's really quite tough to decide what I want to do. And wow, that was a big spike when I did that. I don't know why. That's the loudest spike. I wonder if like my projected voice just like slammed against the microphone as loud as it could. Even when I did that, like slammed, when I said that kind of loud, it's it's not even the loudest part of the past like minute or so. Well, now that, I know what I can talk about. I can talk about how frustrated I am. I don't know if I talked about this on a previous episode, or if it even came up by then. But I ordered a chair. I think I did talk about this. I ordered a chair to my old place of residence accidentally. And I ordered it there, and I tried to correct it before it arrived, and the delivery couriers said, "Oh, we'll try to make it work, but it's a little late, we think." And I was like, okay, that's unfortunate, just as long as the people at that address don't sign for it. And then they signed for it. I don't know why, and the same day, after an hour or so, I arrive at that house, and I knock on the door, and there's no response. And I wait like a minute or two, and then I knock again, and there's no response. And the neighbors, there's no sound coming from any neighbors either. So my hopes are that by some goodwill, or some fortune, some like person who wasn't really paying attention, or some child, signed for the package, and then when they started paying attention, or when they grew up, they realized that this package is not meant for them. And they thought, well, time to act out of the goodness of our hearts and take this package to the post office to get it fixed. Now, I don't know if that actually happened. I highly doubt it with the string of luck that I've had recently. But maybe, just maybe, if the kindness resonates through my package, the chair, that package, maybe, just maybe, I can get it sorted out. And then I realize that I have other deliveries and things coming to this address when I'm going to be moving away from this address in like 2 weeks or something. I don't know when. But I realized that, and I was like, oh no. The delivery people are a lot more likely to leave the package here because there's like a wall, right? At the old place, there was just like 2 meters of space that could be left, but it's in like plain sight, really. So I think, hopefully, the people who next move in here, if new people do move in here, by the time that the packages do get delivered, I hope that they too, or they singularly, I hope it's sorted out. That's all I can ask for, really. Just for things to work out. And I'll probably, if I get a notification or anything like that, I'll probably go to this address and root through their mailbox. But I wouldn't root through that mailbox, that was a joke. And I'll probably just go up and knock on the door. And if there's no, like, answer, and if my package is there, if my package with my name on it is there, and there's no noise coming from inside, I'll probably take it, because it is my property, technically. Well, literally, it is my property, I paid for it. It's just at the wrong address. And I just saw it just spiked again. The sound just spiked to the same level as before. I'm wondering if I'm like nudging the table or something that the microphone's connected to. Really though, I don't know if anyone would move in time, because this house is kind of, it's kind of a wreck, to be honest. So I assume that the landlady, it's the landlady, but the landowner will probably have some trouble finding people to go to the address. And maybe when they inspect the place before doing the open house, maybe there's a chance that they'll send my mail. Though I don't know if they're the type to do that. I think they'd just like put it on a desk and just never do anything with it again. What time are we at? About 16 minutes, a little under 16 minutes. So I'll keep rambling a little. This is probably my most cohesive episode, actually, because there's no like video footage to distract me. But then again, is this really what people want? I keep like fidgeting. I wonder if I have something. Some like sort of mental illness. It's a strange, irrelevant question. And I assume I would know if I did. But when it's your perception of reality, how would you know that not everyone feels like that? I don't. Well, let's see if there is anything else I could talk about. My webcomic? It's not going too well. I haven't written in it for a while. I really gotta do that. Now that I've finished an animation, I don't know if I can even say that because I'm constantly doing new things, so I think, well, I've already said that I was going to try this and it didn't pan out, but I was going to just make like 10 videos or something, like as fast as I could, so that I could get a buffer to work on other stuff that isn't YouTube. But next year, the schedule might change. It might go to like once a month or once a fortnight, depending on how busy I get. But yeah, I think we just passed 18 minutes, so I'm probably gonna bring this episode to a close. Or I could just like start talking and then in the middle of it just do a hard cut. Like right before it sounds like I start saying something that could be interesting in the slew of moderately self-indulgent rambling. So I think they'll probably do that. So I'll probably start talking about how I could do a joke about censorship. I like talking about some current events in Asia. I could do a joke about me being assassinated or something by talking about current events in America. I guess they're not really current events. Do you call it America or Americas? In the Americas. In America. In the Americas. I don't know. Or I could just completely diverge off of both of those paths into like the brambles and then just start like talking really fast, and then just as I'm in the middle of talking about something which is like 5 different words combined at once, I can just cut